Hey, welcome to another episode of Chaz Beer Reviews. This is a beer that's quickly becoming one of my all-time favorites. They do it every year, but it's a little different every year. So this is the 2015 𝓑𝓻𝓮𝓬𝓻𝓲 Funky Jewbelation. The 2014 edition was my #1 beer of 2014 last year. No matter how good this will not qualify for the 2015 list because it's just a variation on the same beer. Like it's not a, I mean, it's a different beer, but you know what I mean. I like to do like completely original beers I've never had before. Anyways, let's get into it. It looks black on camera. I don't know if I can get a little bit of light on there now, but like I have my light right here, and it's like a maroon, burgundy color. Really, it did have a nice 2-3 finger head there when I first poured it. It's a classic wild ale scent. If you've had any of the Russian River wild beers, sour beers, you know that aroma. I mean, it smells like, Russian River Consecration or Supplication, one of those darker, the sours. Anyways, let's stop rambling, start drinking. Cheers. I mean, there's so much going on in this beer. I mean, as you saw from the back of the label, it's a blend of all these different types of beers. So you even have like regular lager, black IPA, huge imperial stout. So I mean, it's like you get a little bit of most of them. I mean, I will definitely say if you absolutely had to pin it down to something, it's almost like more like an imperial brown ale. It's like it's a very kind of dark, deep, rich kind of maltiness on it, but it's not. It doesn't have the roastiness of like the black IPA or like the imperial stout, which is really odd because like those are like the strongest beers that are in here. Sweet up front, through the middle, get like a little bit of bitterness. I remember last year as being like significantly more bitter. You get that nice kind of the sourness on the back end. It's very much in the same kind of sour style as like a Flanders Red or a 𝓑𝓻𝓮𝓻𝓲𝓷 Brewing, one of those Belgian kind of sours. It's not. I don't really like the fruit smell. Doesn't really come through the nose. Like as much as I can smell currants or raspberry or whatever you want to say, I don't really taste fruit so much. What's interesting is like each sip is different. I guess it depends on what you're paying attention to. Like I bet you can just like pick out one of the beers on the back there and just like concentrate and like try to pick up on it, and you will. Like that particular swig, I got a lot of the Death of a Contract Brewer, which is their black IPA. It actually did get a lot more hops, that one. It has like this resiny pine hoppy character I'm noticing now. I like the drinkability on this one. The mouthfeel is actually a little thinner than you'd think. It's not thick and sticky like a lot of those big huge Shmaltz anniversary beers. It's slightly crisp, not like overly spastic carbonation. Almost has like kind of like the same kind of mouthfeel as like a wine, but obviously carbonated. You get a lot of chocolate on the second half now, really noticing. Chocolate, sourness. My complaint about this one is that it's not quite as sour as last year, or at least as far as I remember. Like I remember last year, like that sourness, like really lingering. This time it's more like resiny, like piney hops, which is fine. It's hard. I mean, it's just so hard to categorize this. I mean, I wouldn't put it under stout. I mean, it's under wild ale or strong ale. No commercial. There's the book back there. But so let's go straight to rating this. For aroma, I like the way it smells. It's not amazing me this year, but I think I'm gonna go 8. For appearance, I mean, I don't really have much frame of reference. I mean, it's holding the head pretty nice. Got some pretty nice lacing on it, and like if you hold it up to the light, you can get a nice pretty color on it. I'll give it a 4 on appearance. For taste, I'm gonna go 9 out of 10 because it's nice and complex and like it's really flavorful. It's not quite the mind blower that last year's was, but this one is still pretty good. Palate, I mean, I could go 4 or 5 on this one. For a big, it's 9.4 ABV. I do get a little bit of alcohol flavor and kind of residual heat on this one, but it's not. I mean, you've seen. I'm just sucking this right down. It's not a sipper. It's really easy to drink. I'll go 4 out of 5 on palate. Overall, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go 17 out of 20 because it's impressive what they're able to do with this beer. That's a total of 4.2 on rate beer scale, which is a 9 out of 10 on my scale. Yeah, I mean 9 out of 10 is really good. It's not quite as good as last year, but this is still excellent. So yeah, 9 out of 10 for the 2015 Funky Jewbelation. I recommend picking it up if you see it, because they do this in fairly limited quantities. It's expensive, but it's definitely worth it. And I got another Shmaltz review coming up soon, because they're doing the first ever 𝓑𝓻𝓮𝓻𝓂 triple IPA. They're doing a launch party tomorrow, which by the time you see this, I'll probably be there. So, all right, so thanks for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Cheers.